Hey, what is up, you guys? Today we're going to detail the engine on my Harley Bagger. I've never really done a deep cleaning on the engine, and so we're going to do that today, and we're going to add on some extra little tidbits to make the engine look better. Let me show you what's going on with my motor. So like a lot of Harley engines, they start to get this ashy look, and you know, it's on the cases, it's between the fins of the motor. Those are the trouble areas. Most of your engine exterior cases are easy to maintain, but this rougher surface, it tends to get dirty, and the cases just tend to look really tired. The rest of the bike, a lot of times it'll look good, but your engine will ruin it by looking bad. So you can see here my engine's got some cool stuff done to it. I did a bunch of powder coating, all this candy red here, pieces on the air cleaner, the trans cover, little starter cover. I've got a performance machine case here for the clutch. I've got a new black performance machine case going here when I put in my cams, and I've got S&S covers here, and then I'll get these powder coated red. Just some more details to be done, but I'm going to show you how I'm going to first clean the engine, then I'm going to treat it with a spray to make it look really good. Let's show you the other side here real quick. You can see here I got a lot of powder coating done on other areas of the bike. And over here, this primary cover, it was chrome. I had it powder coated black. Performance machine case was black. I had it powder coated red. And then you can see over here, the engine just looks bad, man. No matter how clean I get my bike, the engine just kind of ruins it. So let's get that cleaned up. I'll show you how I'm cleaning it, then I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna treat it. Now, one of the new sponsors of the Performance Bagger build is the guys over at BMC. That's Big Mike's Choppers. They're hooking me up with a new seat that's on its way. That'll be like the next video. But another thing they wanted to hook me up with is this engine bolt kit, which is you know, from Santoro, but they sell it over there at BMC. And it comes with everything, man. It comes with all these polished stainless steel bolts, lifter blocks, cam chest cover, derby cover, primary cover, and then it comes with all these chachos. And the standard kit, you're looking at 300 bucks. If you want to add this kit here, it's another 150. So I've got both kits here. It covers the trapdoor and the rocker boxes, so you see the full kit there. What I'm going to use to clean my bike is I'm going to spray it down with some Simple Green. I like using Simple Green because it's mild. And then once everything's clean and dry, I'm going to come hit the engine with this S100 engine treatment. And after I spray the motor with some Simple Green, I have these nylon brushes to get on those engine cases and just give it a little extra cleaning power. And then when I'm done with the whole bike, I'm going to come spray it down with this. I recently started using this stuff and I love it, man. Most people don't know about it. Motul Shine and Go. So yeah, I'm going to show you this kit, how it goes on, what it looks like afterwards. Another thing I want to show you is a new installment to my garage here. This thing is great. It makes me want to use a pressure washer rather than the one I used to have to wheel out and mess around with, hook it to a hose, this and that. This thing is already hooked to a hose. The outlet goes to my backyard. And this thing's on a reel, man, and it's 100 feet of hose. I did an entire video on this. I just keep the wand right here, and when I want to use it, I just walk it back and it unreels. I'll walk it all the way out into the driveway, and when I'm done, I just roll it back up. This is what we'll be using to clean the bike. It's by Draft Tools, if you guys are interested in getting one. I love this thing. It stays stored out of the way, easy to use. I love it. All right, so now that the engine is clean and dry, let's bust out the S100 engine brightener. So it says here, basically make sure your motor is cool and clean. Do not apply to hot surfaces. Shake well, spray evenly onto engine surfaces, allow to dry 5 to 10 minutes. Wipe off excess and overspray. All right, so let's just say avoid spraying on seats, foot pegs, pedals, hand grips, brake discs, electrical contacts, and tires. So it's probably because it's slippery. So pop off the cap, remove the spray nozzle, shake it up a little bit first, and then have the spray nozzle pointed away from you so you don't get yourself in the eye, and stick it on like that. And then let's get in here. And basically it's just going to focus on the cases, the rough surface cases, not the outer cases here, and the cylinders and heads. I'm going to hold it about 6 to 8 inches away from the engine. Spray comes out nice and smooth. It's not really going where I don't want it to go, which is nice. You want to get it nice and wet, so I'm putting it on a little bit thick, you know, like a second coat of spray paint. Make sure you get your cylinder heads good, because they look probably worse than the engine cases. But you can see it's brightening up the engine, obviously, right as I do it. This engine hasn't looked this good since I owned this bike. I've had it about 2 years now. Okay, over here to the other side. Make sure you're getting all the nooks and crannies. The cylinder head and cylinders look so bad. You obviously don't want to overdo it, because, you know, save some for another application later on. Should be able to do this maybe 2 or 3 times with this tiny little can. I'd recommend coming up in here and getting all this area all around here that's always dirty and neglected. All right, so that looks pretty good. Looks really good, as a matter of fact. Let's give that about 5 or 10 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to finish detailing the rest of the bike. And I know this is an engine detail video, but consider this a bonus. So the Motul Shine and Go, it's the shines and brightens colors of plastic surfaces, fairings, mudguards, fenders, and side mirror covers. It protects all plastic surfaces with a long-lasting non-stick coating, preventing dirt, mud, and dust from clinging to your vehicle. Spray and let it sit a minute. Wipe it off with a clean, lint-free towel. Cool. Spray her down. If you notice, when I've been washing this bike, I totally stayed away from my instrument panel. I know better than to spray water there. Getting water on the rest of the bike's no big deal. I mean, you ride your bike in the rain, right? Anyways, let's just give this thing a good little coat. Ooh, smells fresh and lemony. I normally would spray this on a rag. When I get down around here, I'll actually spray it on a rag and wipe it on, because I don't like it getting on my discs and stuff. So I'm just gonna kind of spray it everywhere but on my wheels. See how it's giving it a nice, my bike is I don't know, I call it satin black. It's not really matte, it's more of a satin. So this is kind of, it's hard to take care of this color, I'm telling you. I will be painting this bike at some point. So, but I like how it treats the satin black here. Anyhow, that's how you spray her down. Then I'll give her a good wipe. I always use microfibers on my bikes. Best towels to have. And then I'll just hit the forks and stuff. I think this is going to be the best this bike has ever looked since I've had it. I've never detailed it this deep. Sorry to say. I know a lot of you guys detail your bikes like this all the time. All right, so the bike is fully detailed. Let's get up close to this engine and check it out. It looks really good. It almost looks brand new. I mean, I really like the way that spray goes on. It doesn't go on really wet like WD-40 or something like that. It's like you spray it on and it absorbs into the metal or something. I didn't even have to go back and wipe it. But yeah, the engine cases look really good. The head and cylinders look really good. I'm really happy with that S100 stuff. These BMC Santoro screws. Now, these are probably aluminum billet, these pieces right here. They look like they're sprayed, not anodized. I don't know, they look like they're red with a clear coat. Anyways, these also come in blue, Harley orange, silver, I think purple. And then I'm gonna come back and I'll get the rest of these at another time when I'm working on the engine. But those little accents did a great job. The Motul Shine and Go did a great job on this denim black. I mean, look how nice that looks. I think this is the nicest it's ever looked. This denim black here does a really good job on the shiny surfaces. Come back and hit these with a microfiber that doesn't have any spray on them, and finish off the job. But I want to say this, I'm coming back to this video about 3 days later and the bike is not even dusty. Then that Motul says it resists dust. I think what it does is it puts like a anti-static barrier or something on there. Normally this bike would be way dustier than this, so that's nice. And check it out, you may have noticed the new seat is on the bike now. BMC Corbin seat, fully custom designed to what I want it to be. I'm not going to go into it right now, it's a whole nother video, but this seat is sweet. Look how good that looks with the bike. It's perfect. Anyways, that next video is coming up in a few days, so make sure you subscribe, come back and check that out. But there you go, guys, that's how you can get your motor looking like new. And cool, thanks for hanging out. See you in the next video.